this user is being used by the Jenkins service. I mean, whatever you create a job, do the configuration, it's being updated as this Jenkins user. So you have to copy the key of this Jenkins user. Let's go to Jenkins user. Sorry. Now generate the key as a search icon key gen novelty RSA. It's created a key. And remember why I'm using Jenkins user is internally Jenkins service, the server, this Jenkins tool, it's using the Jenkins user only to do any task. So that's why I came to Jenkins user and generated a key and copying the key of that Jenkins user. Because Jenkins uses that. Now let's copy the key. This is hyphen copy hyphen ID. I'm copying to Ubuntu user because there is no Jenkins user in this node. Let's copy that. Okay. Paste. Yeah, copy. Yes. It's asking password of this node. Let me set the password. Oh, password not changed. Okay, then I remember the password. Yeah. Okay. It's copied. So the keys. This is not Jenkins. This is Linux. I think you know it Linux already. We have covered everything. Now it should log in. See, it will log into the node. Now there is a communication established. Got it? Hope it's okay. Now let's go to Jenkins configuration. Now communication is done. Of course, forgot. Sorry, Java. Java is installed 11.4. It's cool. It's installed. No, it's a version of development was installed. Sorry. So now let's come to prerequisites. These two are done, right? Let's add the configuration in node. See, this is the new node. So you may think now there is already communication established, right? Why we are adding a configuration? See here the communication established between server to server. I mean at the OS level, Linux level, not the tool level. How would this Jenkins tool know whether communication established or not? It doesn't know, right? We'll tell that now. With this configuration, we'll tell that, hey, this is the node address, IP, blah, whatever it is. So use this IP, use this user, use this key, blah, blah, something. We'll see that in now. So we are, whatever the communication we have established, that we are telling to Jenkins now. So it's asking for a node name, anything. Maybe simple node, Linux, permanent agent, create. These are the options we have. See, there are not much options. You will understand it very clearly. Don't worry. Let's start from beginning. Of course, is the name we gave. Some description is a Linux node for Jenkins something. Number of executors. So this I missed, saying explaining about this in earlier class, but number of executors means number of builds that should run at a time. Let's go to this one dashboard. This is Jenkins master, right? This is the configuration. If you see here, build executor status two are there, one, two, idle. It means at a time, Jenkins allows two builds. Let's say how this job is the test job, or let's say I have 10 jobs. I ran 10 jobs at a time, but only two will run now because the limitation is two here. If I allow 10, it will allow 10 at a time at the same time, parallelly. But as of now, I allowed only two. It'll only run two. Remaining will be in, 8 will be in queue. To change that, you can go to system configuration. Uh, Come on. Awesome. Yeah. Number of executors. See, two are there. Maybe let's give it 10. Save it. See, now if you say 10 are there, it means now it will allow 10 builds to run at the same time. You can change the number based on your requirement. This is for Jenkins master, but this configuration is inside node, right? So this is for Jenkins node. How many builds we are giving? I mean, we are giving or limitation of the builds at the same time in Jenkins node. So let's give it 5. It means 5 builds can run at a time in the Jenkins in this Jenkins node, or 50 you can give no problem. But just 5 is fine for now for our testing purpose. So hope it is clear. Now there is one more option called remote root directory. Remote root directory is something like home directory for the Jenkins node. See, we have varlib Jenkins right for Jenkins master, where it will store everything about the Jenkins configuration, workspace, jobs, and information, everything. But what here we're configuring a node, right? So we have to give a directory so that whatever Jenkins runs in that node will store in that in this path. So let's go to node, create something. So let's okay. Mkdir new Jenkins underscore node. This is the path. Copy, paste it. Field validation. That's okay. Let's see. Let's let's try again. No problem. Let's reload the page. Let's see. Confirm. Mhm. Why is it not stop now? Just a minute. Okay. Let's refresh. Sorry. Oh, this error. Let's refresh. Let's go to our node configuration. Add node Linux. Description is fine. File. Remote root directory. Yes. Yeah, that's fine. So now labels. Let's forget the issue. Label is nothing but identification for the node. Because with this label only we identify and Jenkins also identifies the node. Anything, you can give anything. Test something or let's say node one, anything, it does not matter really. But don't give spaces. Just give hyphen underscore, it's fine. Not other exclamatory or question mark, something like that. And spaces also don't give. So we'll identify with this node. Let's see, we'll see later how we use it. And there's something called usage. Usage is like when to use this node. So let's say there are two things here. I want to use this node as much as possible. It means we're telling Jenkins that, hey, whenever someone run a job, you can run in this node anything, anytime. Whether be it a failure or success, it does not matter for Jenkins. So it will try to make sure the node is being used every time. That's why this is the option. Use this node as much as possible means it will give priority for this node. Whatever the new job someone started a build, let's say, It run this in this node. Failure or success, it does not matter. It will just assign to this node. Hey, a node, Linux node, run this. Or another option is there. Only build jobs with the label expressions matching this node. It means only run the job whenever we tell to run on this node. So now what does this mean is, let's say I have few jobs and in one job I told, hey Jenkins, there's a job, run this job in this node and it will run only that job. So until we say to Jenkins, hey, run this job, these jobs, it will run only those. So let's choose this option. Why? Because we'll have control of which jobs will run on the node, not some randomly Jenkins assigns. So let's choose this option for usage. And launch method, where is it? Yeah. This is where we define how to connect to master. So this is where we define how the master should talk to slave. So what is our slave now? Is SSH, right? Sorry, Linux, right? So SSH. So it is asking for credentials and everything for Linux. What is the host? Give your IP. This is the one. Sorry. And let's not give credentials. Come on, man. It will fail again, but I have to do it. Why this is coming suddenly now? I have to fix this, but not in the class. It will take some time. 5/home/ubuntu slash Jenkins underscore node labels node 1 launch method, yes, sorry, usage, yes, launch method is this, IP is this, credentials, it's expecting credentials to connect to Jenkins, sorry, the slave, but we share the key, right? Why it's expecting credentials again? For authenticating, it's using the credentials. Once logging, the node has to verify the key whether this is a proper authentication, proper login or not. For that, the verification strategy is being used. So how it's login? We can't log in as Jenkins user because Jenkins user does not have access to create something like that. So what we do is, we use the Ubuntu user. Why? Because in the in the node, we are using Ubuntu user. We copied the key to Ubuntu user, right? And we created a workspace directory in the Ubuntu user only. See home Ubuntu. So here also we use Ubuntu user in order to connect to the server. Once it's connected, it will run the jobs in that node as a Jenkins user. Got it? Because the Jenkins user does not exist in the node, so it won't work if you give the Jenkins user credentials here, because it's not there. You got it? That's why we use Ubuntu user. So I have already added the, oh sorry, not there. I'll add the password of that Ubuntu. Username is Ubuntu. Password is if I remember, this is the one. Let's try. Let's select. Yes. Got it? What I'm saying, right? Why I chosen credentials is to authenticate to the server. From Jenkins to the node. After authenticating, it will use the Jenkins user internally to sorry, to we share the key of the Jenkins user to connect. It will use the Ubuntu user, and internally it will use the Jenkins user to do the task because we share the key for the Ubuntu user to in the node. So now, host key verification strategy is it will verify the SH key what we have shared, whether the communication is established or not. Like so, there are four options here. If you see, non-host verification key means verify the key. It will automatically verify while connecting. Manually provided keys, we have to provide the key, so it will verify. It will option, yeah, for this. Manually trusted keys, we have to enable I verified manually, so it's okay. We can move on. Or not verifying verification strategies, no need to verify the key. I know it. This is not a good option to use because it will be less secure now. Keep the first one, so it will automatically verify the non-host file. Non-host file contains the key which we have shared obviously, so it will do. And there is one more option. Where is it? Availability. When do you want this node to be connected to the Jenkins server? One is as much as possible means Jenkins server will always connect to this node. It will always be connected to this node. The connection will be sync. According to the schedule means you can give a cron expression. Let's say maybe every day 12:30, and maybe for 1 hour period for 60 minutes, 60 minutes. So what happens is every day 12:30 means 12:30 a.m. It will bring the node. It will connect to the node, and for 1 hour the connection will be kept. After 1 hour the connection will be closed. Jenkins automatically does that. You can do this also based on your requirement schedule. Or there is one more thing. Bring this agent online when in demand and offline when idle. This is depends on the load of this Jenkins server. So the load of Jenkins server, like how many builds are running, how many jobs are running, and it will wait for certain minutes. Let's say 15 minutes, and let's say 30 as an example. So it will wait for these minutes. The load is high. I mean the number of jobs are 50. It will bring this node online. If it is less than 30, it will bring it offline. So this also is fine. Based on the demand, I mean based on our load, based on the schedule, you can any time. It's not just at 12:30. And keep it online as much as possible. I mean, it will always be connected. For the testing purpose, it's be connected always. So, since we don't have that much requirement, let's keep it online as much as possible. It means it's every day it will connect to the Jenkins server until we delete that manually, until we stop the server or delete the server or delete the agent configuration from this Jenkins. But until then, it will be fine. Now there is something called a node properties. This is about if you have any configuration, like let's say environment variables have something in order to add specifically for this node. Let's say a is equal to 10 something. So now this env variable applied to this node only specifically, not for Jenkins server. So whenever let's say you're running a job and you're using a variable in a job called a, this 10 will be used if the job runs in this node only. Remember that. So like that you can add multiple variables. Okay. If it is not there, simply remove it. Sorry, it's fine. Now tool locations also. Tool locations like you want to add any tools, you can tool want to integrate any tools specifically for this node, you can do it. Let's say I want to integrate Git. Maybe my line in my Linux, sorry, in my node, Git path is different. Somewhere, so let's say slash opt something. As an example, test something. I can give it so that this path will be used for this node specifically whenever the checkout is happening. Since the node is also Linux machine, so mostly it will be user bin only. Sorry, user bin Git only. If it is let's say Windows, the path will be different, right? At the time you have to give the path here. So that for that node, when Jenkins running a job on that node, it will use this configuration and do the checkout task or whatever, not just Git, any task on or maybe anything like that. So got it? So integration tools we can do. If the path is different, let's say you didn't give anything. Let's say you didn't give anything. So now what happens? Jenkins uses the default one we have in the default, right? In the manage Jenkins in tools configuration. It will use this. If you give, it will use it. If not, it won't. That's about node configuration. Let's see from beginning again. So one is node name, description. Yeah, I can view the description. This is Linux node. Blah blah something. Number of executors 5 we gave. You can give anything, no problem. 5 is fine. Remote root directory is where we store the jobs, workspace, and everything in the node. Labels is node 1 because we identify by this label, not the name. And obviously usage when to use this node. So use the node whenever we tell it for specific job something like that. Launch method because it's SSH for in Linux, so we use SSH and credentials we are using Ubuntu because in order to connect to the node and it will verify the key, I mean the SSH key which we just shared. And availability keep this node as much as possible online. Don't bring it down based on the schedule or based on the demand. So and lastly node properties if you have any variables, if you have any tool integrations specifically for this node, you can add it. If not, simply save it. Let's save. I as expected. Don't know why this is coming today. Let's give all this taking options again. Why I don't know why it suddenly got into mode maybe two. Slash Jenkins underscore node launch. Yes, node. Yes, yes, save it. Yeah, finally. See, we got a. This is the one we added, right? This is a built-in node master. Let's click on this node. So this is where we can see whether it is running, the agent is connected or not. But if you see it's saying it's failed to launch process, you can click on this option, see log for more details. It will show you why it's failing. Wrong password it seems. I forgot the password. See, failed to authenticate as well. Wrong password. My bad. Let's set the password. Come on. Yeah. So password change. Now come back. Here try launch agent button because it will launch the process, initiate the process again because it's failing, right? It's initially initiate the process again. Let's click on it. Let's see, launch failed, application failed again. Oh, sorry. Why, why it's not because of the password? The password authentication is not enabled. I forgot to enable. Let me just, where is it? Public key authentication is there. Wait, not here. For cloud SASE, for AWS something, you have to keep password authentication enabled, yes. Restart SSH service. Now it's there. Blah. Yes, awesome. Now go relaunch agent again. Hopefully it should work now. Oh, what the hell, man? Did I give something wrong? Ubuntu, okay, password. This is the node. This okay, password. Okay. Then why? Let's. When this is running, I mean, this is the node. I'm just confirming whether this is master or not. Hmm. Maybe password. I added the wrong password. Let's go to Jenkins, manage Jenkins, or credentials. Let's update the password. No, why to? Maybe I gave the wrong password. Wait. Wait. I have to update the password in the node. Oh wait, I have to enable SS authentication in the node also, I guess. Yes, password authentication is there. Yeah, now it should work. My bad, sorry. Let's launch agent now. Oh, wait. Update the password. Ubuntu user is correct. Password. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Launch. Come on. What the hell is this issue? Fail to authenticate as Ubuntu. Wrong password. Why? Let's try again. I'll be pissed. Yeah. Now it's working. Sorry. I'm confused with the user. That's it. So now if you see the thing, agent successfully connected and online. Now go here. See, agent is connected. You can delete the agent from here. You can discard the agent from here. System information log you can see. If any projects assigned, I mean, if any jobs assigned to here, to this node, it will come here to show here. Now see, if it is connected to show the information Linux node in sync 4GB, something like this. So that's how you connect a node. And that's how you do for Linux node specifically. We'll see about the Windows later, but for now, this is how we do it for Linux. Now, what is the next immediate thing that we need to do? Run a job in this node. Go to dashboard. There is a test job. Sorry. And I want to show you one thing before running a job. If you scroll down on the right side, see you can see the node. See, this is the node, and executors are two. I guess if you remember, number of executors is two. Click on configure. You can change it. So, see, two, five, and save it. Now dashboard refresh. It will show you five. See, it will show no matter how many nodes you attach to Jenkins. It will show every node in here on the left side. Build executor status. Even if 1,000 nodes are there, does not matter. It will show you. Now let's see how to run this job in that node. So obviously go to job, click on configure. In the general section, you will see a new option called restrict this project where this can be run. Select this option. This is the option that we have to enable in order to run this job on a specific node. And if you remember closely, watch the previous videos in the channel, you won't see this option. You won't see this. This option will be enabled only after we add any node. Any node. Once we add a node, the first node, this option will be enabled. It will be displayed for us. You can verify once in the previous videos. It won't be visible. So this option only comes after adding any node. So you have to choose this option. Restrict where this project can be run. Label expressions. You have to give a label here. Remember, I told you right? We use the label. What is the label node 1? See, there is a space. Sorry, remove that space. So node 1 is the label which we have for Jenkins. Node Linux is the name of it. The label is different. See the label. We have to use this label in order to use this node. In order to run this job on the node. I would say suggest is type it manually. Don't select. Sorry. Why? Because if you select, extra space will come and it won't consider it. Just remove the space and just click on empty space and it will match it. Now this job will run on the node. Let's see whether this will work or not. That's it. No other change. Just only this option. Enable this option, check this option, give the label of the node and save it. That's it. Let's build it. Let's see. So it's done. Second one. Building remotely on test Linux. The node name, node label. See, home Ubuntu. This is where right we gave the workspace path. See, this is the commands we gave. The some Linux commands. Forget about those. See, got it. That's how you attach a node and you run the job on the node. Simply go to configure. In the general section, you will see an option called restrict where this project can be run. So enable this option, give your node label, and it will run on the node. If you remove this option, what will happen? It will run in master. I removed it and saved it. Let's build. See, third one. Building on, sorry, building node. Building node means master, where live Jenkins. See, that's all. That's how you do it. That's how you add a label, and that's how add a node, sorry, add a node, and you run the jobs on that node. Specifically, as of now, we have seen like for Linux. For Mac also same. Nothing will change because I'm using Mac, so it's Linux basically. Except maybe packaging manager changes, but yeah, remaining everything is same. So hope it is clear. Hope I'm not too fast. So let's move to Windows. How to add a Windows slave. This is a little different, very little. So let's go to our notepad first. Let's close this. Go to Notes. So there is this, yeah. This is done. Linux is done. Through SS communication is done. Now Windows. So Windows, as I told you, right, we need Java. So I don't have a Windows machine. I'll connect my laptop itself. Java is there. This is okay. Connection between server and node. How to establish connection with this JNLP protocol, Java protocol. For this, you don't need to do anything extra. I mean, obviously, in the server Windows machine, just add a node configuration, and it will communicate automatically. So because before we did for Linux node, we established SS communication, right? For this, nothing is required. Just install Java. That's it. Now add a node. Simple. Click on the new node. What is the name? Node Win. This is the Windows. Now you'll see a new option. Copy existing node. It means whatever we don't need to select the options every time. So you can give a node name here. So the configuration automatically comes. You can simply update it if you. But for us now it's a Windows machine, right? Windows node it means a different kind of architecture, different ecosystem. So we don't need to copy anything here. Let's start from beginning. Permanent agent create description. Sorry, this is a Windows node. Number of executors maybe 5. Remote root directory. Now you have to give Windows path where to store. Maybe I'll go to music. Create a folder. Jenkins node. Copy the path. Copy as a path. Yes. Save it. This is a Windows path. Obviously, we have to use this. Remove the codes. Labels. Node. Win. Usage as this one. Only build job with label expressions. Launch method. This is the only part it will change. Because earlier it was SSH because for Linux. But for Windows, there will be an agent actually. So there will be agent means Jenkins will give a jar file for us. Agent dot jar file. So that we have to run in Windows. Then it will be connected. So launch agent by connecting it to controller. Controller means Jenkins server master. Availability keep this node as much as possible. And of course ANZ tool locations you all seen this earlier. The only difference is the way we connect. Because it's Windows. We have to use a different one. If it is Linux as such. If it is Windows, launch agent by connecting it to master. Because now once you save it, it will give you agent. You have to download the agent, you have to run it. Let's see. Node wins. Of course, into mark because it's not connected yet. Click on that. See, run agent from command line. Windows. See, it's giving you two commands. Curl command to download the agent. I told you, right? Agent.jar. It will give a jar file to you. So you have to download it and run it. How do you run a jar file? Java icon jar. This is how we run generally. Any Java artifact. And agent file and the URL parameters we are passing. The Jenkins URL. The secret which is generated by Jenkins itself. We didn't do anything for this. The name of the node, node win. The work directory, the workspace, which we gave the path. So let's open command line in my laptop. I mean, I'm just trying to connect my laptop issue. In downloads, sorry, execute these commands. First copy agent command, we have to download the agent. It will be downloaded, go to downloads. It's downloaded. It's still downloading. Yeah. Now run the agent. So copy it and run the agent with the parameters. It will fail obviously. See it's failing. Could not locate server blah blah something. Waiting 10 seconds invalid for run. Why this is happening, I'll tell you. There is an option in Jenkins which has to be enabled. What is that option is? See, I told you right. Windows where it's using JNLP protocol. For this protocol, there is a port number. There is a port number. I don't remember the port number. I think it's 24540 something. So that has to be enabled in Jenkins. And we have to tell Jenkins, use this port number. Where to tell? Click on manage Jenkins. Security. The security comes maybe next class. But for now, let's go here agents. There is an option called TCP port for inbound agents. This is only for specifically for Windows agents which uses JNLP protocol. By default, it's disabled. You can give a port number of random port number. So it will take from 0 to 6, 65,000. That's a port range usually in internet. It will take any port from there. Or you can give fixed port. You can give let's say 9998. Now what happens is Jenkins uses this port for the JNLP protocol in order to connect to the slave. Let's say it. So you can give any port. Now let's try again. We enable the option again on 9998 port. If you see, it's doing something which says connected. Now if you see here, see the port number 999 which we just gave, right? Because this protocol, JNLP protocol, it needed its port number to be enabled. The port we gave as 9998, so it will use that port to connect to the agent, I mean to talk to the agent and communication between the server and agent. That's how we do it. It's connected. Now go to our Jenkins. Sorry, nodes. Let's refresh. Still, it is not. Let's let's refresh it. It's still taking time to. That's okay. It's connected. It will slowly come. Don't worry. Why this much time? Come on. Why? And the process is correct. There is no issue. Don't worry. Sometimes this won't listen properly. Open source things. So it usually comes. So node when it's offline, you can see it will come. Or let's cancel it again. Let's try it. Okay. It's connected. Let's refresh. See, it's showing connection is broken, but it won't show connection is established. Initial refreshing maybe. Why it is broken? Okay, 54 to 47 mine is correct. Yeah. Mine all are fine. Yeah, it's fine. That's okay. Why? Let's wait. Let's wait for a minute. That's okay. Come on, don't make this now. I'm making it offline and agent is connected, but bring the node back online. It says it's connected, but it's not updating the agent. This one, blah blah, these are all fine. Taking this one, okay. Send it. It's connected. One isn't connected. The UI is not refreshing. This is the problem sometimes, but it's okay. Or you can delete it and recreate it again, saying there won't be anything. Simply cancel it. Do it again, no problem. It won't take much time. Let's go to music. See, it's creating. It's not. Let's delete it and keep it empty. Same thing. Add a new node. Node win. Yes. This UI loads too slow. Make it two. Remote root directory. Yes. Obviously. So labels. Node win. Use this node. No. Only win. Launch agent. Connecting into master. Agent. Okay. Save it. Now download the jar file. See, when you delete it, it's like we are creating a new node. So we have to download the jar again, the agent.jar. Once it is downloaded, run this thing. Run the Java command to run the jar file along with the parameters. Is it downloaded? It's downloading. Internet is can't even download. 56 MB. KB, sorry. See, now, now it will throw. Yes. Come on, come on. Don't make me do this. It's not downloaded at all. Sorry. Yeah, now it's downloaded. I don't know, my network is not stable. It seems. Geo, yeah, better. Yeah, it's downloaded. It'll just take time, don't worry. It'll come. Just a minute, just a minute. Hmm. Yeah, it's downloaded, so. Now sorry, now run our command. Yes. Hmm. Connected, connected, connected. Now let's refresh this thing. Refresh. Awesome, awesome. Okay, Jenkins. It's connected, but it's not working. The agent is connected, but just disconnected. Now when we bring it back online, see why is it is not going? It should go. It will just show agent is connected. That's it. It won't go this show these things. And is it downloaded? Yeah, it's downloaded. 1.3 MB. It took so much time. See, it's connected. Why? Why Jenkins? Why you betraying me? But yeah, what to do? That's why people use paid tools. Come on, man, don't do this now. Don't do this to me. Something I'm just updating the reason it's not really mandatory. See, not win, not win. Everything is set. Everything is correct. Nope, nothing wrong. Still, I'm just taking a label. I mean, let's not really do anything to this. Just the agent is connected now. Fuck you, Jenkins. Really. Now its agent is connected. Now go to manage Jenkins. See, node win. The node is connected and two executors because we just gave two. Sorry, Jenkins. My bad. So let's create a new job or you can simply run this job also. Configure. Run in Jenkins. Sorry, restrict this project where it can be run. Give the label of Windows. Remove the extra space. Run the command, it will run in that. Execute Windows batch command. Something. Some Windows command. Forget about what is it. Build now. Let's see. Building remotely on Windows. See, this is where it's running. See, PowerShell music. This is where our workspace. Go to music. Jenkins node workspace. See your job name. Test job. It's came here. So that's how you connect Windows. But of course, I we have to be careful. Like if you want to connect, add a machine to as a Jenkins node. Communication is important. I told you right. Communication must be established, and of course the Java prerequisite. If I remember correctly, Java will 11 we are using. So Java 11 support will be end by September 13, maybe like 8 days. So we might need to update maybe Java 12 or 15 something like that. I don't think there is a Java 12, but yeah, 15. That's okay. But for now, 11 you can use it, no problem. So yeah, that's how you configure the slaves. You can just simply delete the agent from here or disconnect. I think you know how to disconnect. Okay, yes. Sorry, I disconnected it. Terminated. See, and we can reconnect again. Oh, wait, it's only reconnecting. See. Okay, refresh. It'll take time, but yeah, that's okay. You know how it works. Right? We have seen it already. That's how you do it. That's how you connect the node. But let's say now Windows. I mean, forget about Linux. I mean, Linux it's working fine, no problem with SSH. Let's say for Windows, we are running these commands, right? And we're running these commands in command line, correct? This is what we did. But this is not a good way of approach, I mean, good way to use it. Why? Because let's say Windows server is restarted, I mean, this laptop is restarted. This command line will be closed, and let's say now also, if I close this command line, the connection will be broken. It's gone. The connection is gone. I mean, the agent configure everything will be there, but it will be offline. You can see here, it will be offline. Again, after restart, we have to open the command line manually, run this command. I mean, no need to download the agent jar every time, but run this command in order to connect. But how many times you run? Sorry, how many times you run? Let's say at night 1 o'clock or 12 o'clock, this machine was restarted. Some unexpected thing, it's restarted. And the node is down, it can't automatically connect, right? We have to open this command line manually and run this command manually. So maybe tomorrow morning you came. Until then, the node is offline because the system restarted and We have to do it. We have to connect manually. Not a good approach. How to do it? We can create a service just like systemctl services in Linux. We can create a service in Windows, and we can run this command as a service. Where is this command? Don't worry, it will show you here once. So sc creates something is there. I don't know the command exactly, and that will be too confusing. That's why they gave something called NSS, non-sucking service manager. This you can download to create a service. This is a zip file. Download, extract, go, go. Windows 64 or 32. I think mine is 64. Go here. See nssm.exe. So just open the command line here. Simple command nssm install Jenkins node. So what happens is we are creating a Windows service. I'll show you how to do that. I mean, this is how we do it. We can start and restart the service. It's easy to manage the service. Even after system restart, this service will automatically start. We don't need to do it manually. So first thing is we have to select. See where is the command? Let me show you. Sorry. Sorry. This is the command, right? You have to select these things only here. First is path means Java path because you are running this command using Java. So you have to select the Java. Java, find the Java somewhere. Mine is here, this path. Find the Java, java.exe you have to find wherever it is present. It will automatically come here. And arguments. These are all the arguments that you need to pass to the Java command, right? So pass the arguments. And of course, one thing you have to change here is the agent.jar. You have to give full path of this file. In the command line, we're just going to downloads, where is it, and running it, correct? But this service will run a different path, C program file somewhere. It doesn't know where the agent.jar is. So copy the agent.jar and paste here and save it. Now service is installed successfully. Auto check. Auto Windows start. Just search for Jenkins. Just type J, say Jenkins. Start the service. Just like systemctl. In Linux, we do with commands. Here, we just do with UI. Refresh, it will come. It will connect online. It will come. I mean, of course, it is processing us, but it will. You can restart here. And you can see here startup type is automatic. It means if the server is restarted, automatically the service will start. So we don't need to bother about so after server restart, I mean after Windows restarts, whether this agent will come online or not now with this. So it will automatically start it. So that's all. So we create a service in Windows. You can simply stop it. Will stop. It will be disconnected. Now you can delete this also. And system remove the what is the name? This is make sure you have admin access because in order to create a service and delete a service, you should have admin access in that Windows machine. If you're practicing your local laptops, you will have. In general, it's an organization, you should have admin access. Yeah, I think refresh it, it will be gone. See, not there. J typed, nothing. That's how you do it. That's all about the nodes concept. So everyone uses this thing. Everyone uses this concept actually. Why? Because it is required for everyone. It is required to use the nodes, to use the agents because of the environments. We have everyone. I mean, in every organization, there will be multiple environments where in general scenario, I'll tell you, we do the testing for our applications. We'll test in I mean, how the app is working, how the tool is working in different browsers, in different OS, Linux, Windows like that. So obviously you need to have different environments, and obviously Jenkins needs to communicate with those different environments to do the testing. I mean, of course, we create a job and we do the test. So we add the agent to Windows, Mac like this, and we run the job on it, and it will test. So that's how. That's why it is required in every case, in every organization. So you do practice it, with Linux and Windows. If you know Linux, how to connect to the node, Mac OS also same. You don't have to worry about that because it has SSH. So hope it's clear. So tomorrow we'll see the topic security topic, administration with Jenkins. I mean users, permissions, blah blah blah, other things. So yeah, that's it for today's class. Have a nice day all. Bye bye. Do practice. Don't forget.